Thank you so much for being here, for hosting me. And also, as you are aware, tomorrow, tomorrow is 28th. Tomorrow, the 28th of May 2020, we are going to have, as NASA Parliamentary Group meeting in the Precinct of Parliament, in the main chamber of Parliament. We have booked the venue, we have invited the members, and our meeting is going to start as from 2 p.m. tomorrow. And the issues we are going to discuss in that meeting are majorly two issues: parliamentary leadership and committee membership of the NASA coalition. The meeting has been constituted officially through the leadership of Parliament, the minority leader, and we are going to discuss, our members, on how we can improve for the coming session that is starting on 2nd of June 2020, how we can have better leadership in the House and how we can have committees that are more vibrant than they were. So as the whip of the NASA coalition in the National Assembly, I am proposing the following agenda to the parliamentary group meeting that is supposed to take place tomorrow. Among the proposals we have is the removal of the Deputy Whip, Honorable Chris Omalwa, from the position of the Deputy Whip. And we also have a proposal to de-whip the following members from committees for the next 6 months. The proposal I'm giving to the parliamentary group tomorrow is to de-whip Honorable Silvanus Osoro from the Agriculture Committee, Honorable Nakara Lodepe from the Defense Foreign Relations Committee, Honorable Catherine Wabilianga from Labour Committee, Honorable Tindi Mwale from Energy Committee, Honorable David Ochieng from Health Committee, Honorable Aisha Katana Juma from all committees, including the Parliamentary Service Commission, Honorable Vincent Kimosi from Transport and Public Works Committee, and also to transfer Honorable Gideon Ochanda from the Budget Committee to another committee that will be decided tomorrow at the PG. So those are some of the proposals we have given. We are tomorrow tabling before the Parliamentary Committee to make a decision on, and we are also going to discuss our behavior in the National Assembly for the last 2 years, and we are going to present reports on the performance of members who are assigned in every committee. We have the attendance list, people who have been attending committees, people who have not been attending committees. We have done an appraisal of people, how they have performed the last 2 years in Parliament in terms of attendance of committees and participation of committees. So we are going to take tomorrow thorough disciplinary action as the leadership of this House on any member who has not performed, who has not stood up to his work satisfactorily. We are going to take serious action tomorrow, and going forward we are going to be very, very keen and very serious on the behavior of members who do not subscribe to the ideals and values of the NASA coalition, as it were. So with those few remarks, I want to conclude by saying that tomorrow we have our PG, is confirmed, and we are going to I'm going to propose those changes to the parliamentary group meeting, and I hope my proposal will carry the day. Now, these are members who are no longer subscribing to the values and ideals of the NASA coalition. These are members who have decided on their own to participate in the advancement of agenda of other parties. And that is contrary to the Political Parties Act, and that is contrary to the Constitution, because parties nowadays are governed in the Constitution as organs of governance. So we want to give them space and time to go and do the other business that they've decided to do. So these are members who have decided on their own volition to subscribe to the ideals of other parties and other non-organized groups that I don't want to mention names, who are hovering around in town here calling themselves certain names. So we want to give them time and space to go and do that work. But they will not be sitting in committees under our name as the NASA coalition.
So in other words, these are the people who have been going around with Deputy President William Ruto.
I don't care whether they were going around with the Deputy President or anybody else. Any member who has been going around with anyone outside the NASA coalition must face the consequences of his actions. And that is the reason why they are going to be de-whipped. And de-whipping is part of our standing orders. De-whipping is part of the mandate of the office of the whip. So we are going to de-whip them based on their behavior. I've told you we have done a prison. Some of them have not even been attending committee meetings. They have been loitering around, advancing other agenda. So we want to give these positions to people who are ready and prepared to serve the interest of the NASA coalition.
So you're whipping them in full, or are you reshuffling them to other committees? So does that mean that they will not be in any committee whatsoever?
Those 7 will not be in any committee whatsoever. They will stay for the next 6 months isolated and quarantined to wait for our decision. We are going to do a loyalty test on them on a later date, and we shall see the results, whether it will be positive or negative. So those ones will not be in any committee for the time being.
Is this reversible? Is there a probability that probably if this goes out and they come and pledge allegiance afresh, they might be spared tomorrow?
Now there's a process they have to go through. If they are supposed to, pledge their or present their innocence, there's a process to go. They know it to go through. So for now, this is the decision that we are presenting tomorrow to the parliamentary group. Yeah.
And so, for instance, for the position of the Parliamentary Service Commission,
Yes.
Is ODM going to leave it blank
Blank how?
in terms of what will be the replacement?
Yes. What is the replacement for Chris Wamalwa and the Parliamentary Service Commission?
The decision will be made tomorrow. The replacements of the people who are going to replace them as the deputy whip, and the person who's going to replace the in the Parliamentary Service Commission will be decided tomorrow in the parliamentary group meeting. The parliamentary group meeting will decide who is going to be the deputy whip and who is going to be the person who will serve in the Parliamentary Service Commission. And one thing I can guarantee you, the train has left the station. We have begun the process. There is no reverse gear. We are going to make sure that these people either conform to the requirements and dictates of the Political Parties Act and play their role in accordance with the standing orders, or otherwise they will not be in any committee.
So have these proposals that you'll be presenting tomorrow, have they received a nod from the NASA coalition leader, Raila Odinga?
And his co-principal?
This is a parliamentary process, my friend. I am holding a legal office as the whip. Honorable John Bad is the minority leader. And we don't report to anyone when it comes to our parliamentary business. Otherwise, our offices will be malfunctioning. We are using powers conferred under the law to these offices to do our work. Yeah. And we don't need to refer to anybody.
Many will ask, are you doing a copy and paste style of leadership? Are you doing changes because the Jubilee Party is doing that?
No, we have started this. You remember some of these characters we even went to court with them. They took us to court. The political parties dispute tribunal. This is actually, it is us who started the whole of this issue, because some of them initially I transferred them from one committee. We transferred them from one committee to another in the hope that they will reform. Now we want to give them now the final dose. Yeah.
So is this in conformity with the other NASA principles? I know probably you might have gotten blessings from your party leader in ODM, but what about Moses Wetangula, Musalia Mudavadi, and Kalonzo Musyoka?
Dogo, at any one time, there is one leadership in Parliament. The leadership that exists in Parliament now is Honorable Mbadi, who is the minority leader, and Junet Mohammed, who is the chief whip. Any other person you're talking about, you can go and look for them in town. We are doing our work as the leadership of Parliament. Period.